Thank you for tuning in to Djinnsenng News, your number one source for Are We Really Surprised? News. Today's report pertains to the Gaming Illuminaughty Community Game Night, which held a matchup of TheBlackHokage, aka TBH, versus UTXJGtheDon, the current CEO of Google, in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. In this event, TBH and JG drafted their own members of their teams from the GI community to face off on multiple maps in Call of Duty, for the chance to have some fun and maybe a little bit of bragging rights on who's really an FPS shooter. And by looking at the results of the match, it definitely showed who's the best. The results didn't really surprise anyone, and some of the community members may have already predicted that UTXJGtheDon would win the matchup. With no surprise, before, during, and after the matchup, TBH had interesting claims of JG fixing the match in his favor, claiming that JG fixed the draft so he would get the best teammates by sabotaging the coin toss and JG picking people that he knew despite it being a community event, all while claiming he thought both him and JG were gonna play be playing with randoms during, again, a community event. While we can't make any certain claims about the manipulation of a coin toss over the internet, TBH's second claim doesn't make any sense, as if you were a spectator of the GI Community Halo tournament and or observant of the community members' tendencies, you would have an advantage in the draft. For example, JG and Ken Uchiha, who in a previous report was found innocent under investigation for performance-enhancing drugs, were both participants in the Halo tournament, along with Blake, who was on JG's team in the tourney, and on TBH's team during the as-mentioned community event. Homeless Girl, who was known for her 100 kill COD video, placed in the second highest tier of the AB Smooth GI Sweat tier list. Apex is a known Valorant sweat. Radical is a disciple of Ethos due to him beating games within the week of their release. And Mr. Fife is the only member on the team that doesn't have a currently known sweat past, but still kept up with the team. And due to TBH being oblivious to all of this, his team was laid to rest like an old man after his last bowl of tapioca. All jokes aside, TBH's team put on great matches. While they didn't win any overall matches, the rounds in between some of the games were neck and neck. As for TBH's allegations, there's no current word from Commissioner Ethos on any investigations or reports of any misconduct. But the TheBlackHokage himself suggested Apex Legends be the next headlining game for the next big community game night, due to how many people can join the game at once. Also making a suggestion that at least one member of the multiple three-person teams has to at least be a player that the team lead never gamed with. So if you want to join the next GI community game night, be sure to join the GI Discord through the link in the description box below and wait for the next event notification. Hopefully we might see you there. And this just in, we received word from Commissioner ThatManTrip that an update on the AllforGrowth video game draft will most likely be next week, as Grizz on 13's Mega Man Battle Network collection pick has dropped awaiting his draft score, along with Ken Nosit's, formerly That Guy Negus, Star Wars Jedi Survivor pick releases on April 28th, and we're all excited to see how Jedi Survivor scores for the draft. And unfortunately, that is the end of today's report. Be sure to check out our previous video on the AllforGrowth video game draft to catch up on some of the news. And of course, subscribe to see more reports of Djinnsenng News, and maybe some SD Gundam shorts. This is Djinnsenng, and thanks for watching.